In this short video, you'll learn how the human nose can detect more than 1 trillion smells. The ability to smell is one of the most underappreciated senses that we have. Your sense of smell, also known as olfaction, allows you to perceive odors through the detection of chemicals in the air by specialized neurons in your nose. These neurons send signals to your brain, which then interprets them as smells. The nose contains millions of these specialized olfactory receptors that can detect a wide range of different chemicals, allowing us to perceive a vast array of smells. But just how many smells can the human nose actually detect? Well, it turns out that the number is truly staggering. Some estimates suggest that the human nose can detect as many as 1 trillion different smells. That's 1 trillion. It's a lot. To put that into perspective, there are only about 8 million known species of animals on Earth, and we haven't even discovered all of them yet. But even if we did, the number of smells that our noses could detect would still be thousands of times greater. So how does the nose do it? The secret lies in the way that our olfactory receptors are structured. Each receptor is made up of a protein that binds to a specific odor molecule. When an odor molecule enters the nose, it binds to the protein on the appropriate receptor, triggering a signal to be sent to the brain. The brain then interprets this signal as a particular smell. Since there are millions of different proteins in the nose, each capable of binding to a slightly different molecule, it follows that the number of possible smells that can be detected is vast. Estimates vary, but it's generally accepted that the human nose can detect between 1 million and 1 trillion different smells. Even at the lower end of that range, this is still an incredibly impressive feat, and it's a testament to the amazing capabilities of the olfactory system. Now, here's the thing. While we may be able to detect all of these different smells, we don't necessarily have a word for all of them. In fact, most of the smells that we can detect don't have a specific name. Take, for example, the smell of freshly cut grass. This is a pleasant smell that many people enjoy, but how many people actually know what it's called? Probably not many. Even humans use smells to communicate, although we do it in more subtle ways. Smell is a sense that is often overlooked, but it is just as important as sight, hearing, taste, and touch. In fact, some scientists believe that the sense of smell is even more important than these other senses. This is because it is closely linked to our memories and emotions. The ability to smell allows us to experience the world around us in a richer, more meaningful way. It enables us to connect with other people on a deeper level, and it allows us to appreciate the beauty of nature in a whole new way. A particular smell can bring back a vivid memory from years past or evoke a strong emotional response. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. This is because the area of the brain that processes smells is also responsible for processing memories and emotions. It shapes the way we interact with the world around us and influences the way we feel and behave. Yet, despite the importance of the sense of smell, we often take it for granted. We don't stop to appreciate the amazing sense that allows us to experience the world around us in such a rich and meaningful way. For example, our body odor is influenced by our genes, diet, and hygiene habits. This means that each person has a unique smell. And while we may not be able to consciously control our body odor, it can still communicate a lot about us to the people around us. These senses are often seen as more important, but this is really just a matter of perspective. Second, the sense of smell is often associated with negative experiences, such as when we smell something bad. This is because the sense of smell is closely tied to our emotions. When we smell something unpleasant, our brains quickly associate that smell with a negative emotion, which causes us to avoid that smell in the future. Finally, we simply don't have as much control over our sense of smell as we do over our other senses. We can't choose what we smell, which means that our sense of smell is more passive than our other senses. This lack of control makes it difficult for us to appreciate the sense of smell as a source of wonder and beauty. There are countless other examples like this. The smell of rain on dry soil, the smell of a campfire, the smell of freshly baked bread. We all know these smells, but how many of us could actually name them? It shapes the way we interact with the world around us and influences the way we feel and behave. Yet, despite the importance of the sense of smell, we often take it for granted. We don't stop to appreciate the amazing sense that allows us to experience the world around us in such a rich and meaningful way. This is because the names that we give to smells are arbitrary and based on human convention. There is no inherent property of a smell that determines its name. They can evoke memories, trigger emotions, and even influence our behavior. Our stomachs start to rumble and our mouths begin to water. This is all thanks to our sense of smell, or consider the smell of freshly cut grass. Many people find this smell to be pleasant and relaxing. It can bring back fond memories of childhood summers spent playing outside. Again, this is due to our sense of smell. Smells are everywhere, whether we realize it or not. They come from the food we eat to the air we breathe. Even our own bodies produce a unique smell. But despite the fact that smells are such an integral part of our everyday experience, we often take them for granted. We don't stop to appreciate the amazing sense that allows us to perceive them. For example, the smell of roses is known as rose. But why is it called rose? There are millions of different smells out there, but we've only given a small fraction of them a name. This means that the vast majority of smells that we can detect don't have a word for them. And in a way, this makes the sense of smell even more amazing. We are able to perceive so much more than we are able to describe. Smells play a huge role in our everyday lives. Take, for example, the smell of food. When we smell food cooking, it triggers a response in our bodies that prepares us to eat. Smells are also a powerful tool for communication. Animals use smells to mark their territory, attract mates, and warn off predators. So the next time you catch a whiff of something pleasant, take a moment to appreciate the amazing sense that allows you to experience it. This means that the sense of smell has a profound impact on our everyday experiences. There are a few reasons for this. First, we tend to focus on the other senses, such as sight and sound. However, if we take the time to really appreciate the sense of smell, we will see that it is just as important and amazing as any of our other senses. The human nose can detect more than 1 trillion smells. That's 1 trillion. It's an amazing ability that we often take for granted. But the next time you catch a whiff of something pleasant, take a moment to appreciate the amazing sense that allows you to experience it. Smell is a sense that is often overlooked, but is just as important as sight, hearing, taste, and touch. In fact, some scientists believe that the sense of smell is even more important than these other senses. This is because it is closely linked to our memories and emotions. A particular smell can bring back a vivid memory from years past or evoke a strong emotional response. This is because the area of the brain that processes smells is also responsible for processing memories and emotions. This means that the sense of smell has a profound impact on our everyday experiences. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on our latest content.